What's next? Gotta get rid of knife hands? Every year, it gets worse and worse. You go to basic training and drill sergeant hands are tied behind their backs. Train these people, make them combat effective, but do it while we tie an anchor around your ankles. A U.S. Army drill sergeant assigned to the 34th Infantry Regiment uses the shark attack method on a recruit during basic training. That's not a shark attack. That's just two knife hands coming at you nice and strong. This is a shark attack. Why are you lowering the position of attention?
I'm just taping it up and start shooting.
That is the scariest fucking thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Sergeant Major says that it doesn't instill the spirit of the infantry. I didn't know. Lift your bag over your head may last for just under a half an hour, which I think that is a line of shit. But the entire day is filled with shark attacks. Oh, go for lunch, fuck that up. Shark attack. Oh, you're marching, but you're fucking up your...
My mission is simple.
They call me an idiot for stocking up on all this 9mm. My drill sergeant senses tingling, but that can only mean one
thing. To help you find it. Mad Money starts now.
Going through the first 100 yards, the thing to replace the
Hey, I'm Kramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Kramerica. Like you make friends, I'm just trying to help you make a little money. My job is not just entertainment, but educate teachers, so call me. 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me at Jim Kramer. I hate rooting against the U.S. economy, but that's what the Bulls have to do.
Reigning Command Sergeant Major of the Army.
Going into tomorrow's non-farm labor report. We're so obsessed with what the big picture data might mean to the Fed that it even controls the action during the single most important week of the earnings calendar. Fortunately, today went our way with the Dow gaining 322 points, S&P climbing 0.91%, Nasdaq jumping 1.51%. But I think that's because we could breathe a sigh of relief that the Fed meeting was now behind us, or else we wouldn't have gone up. Why do we have to hope that tomorrow will bring a weak employment number with fewer jobs added, more modest wage growth? Because after today's beautiful absence of what we call macro numbers, the Fed obsession will start anew. Should they have left the door open for a raise? Should we have signaled a cut? It's all we talk about. Think about what happened yesterday and today. Let's start with the AM before the Fed meeting broke up. We had a not-so-hot market. It was pretty ugly. Why? Not earnings. No, we were down because people worried that Fed Chief Jay Powell might lower the boom on the stock market by saying something hawkish. There were rumors that he might indicate he favors raising rates, not cutting them. This new narrative alone is an incredible thing. We're once again hostage to everyone's worries about the Fed, which is another way of saying everyone's worries about inflation. There have been some moments where we see a consumer price index number that's boosted by one or two items, and it makes for a whole overpowering wave of pessimism that takes down everything. Doesn't matter if that thing is just insurance or utilities or rent or food. Whatever line item impacts the CPI, it's going to drive down a stock like Microsoft, largest company on earth, to ridiculously low levels right before it reported. One of the best quarters I've ever seen. It actually reversed all that gain every day. Practically every stock is caught up in this rare notion where we hang on every piece of macro data, every public statement by a major Fed official, regardless whether the company itself underneath the stock is impacted. Even when Apple puts a better than expected set of numbers after the close, like it did tonight, sent the stock higher in after-hours trading. I have no idea how long that can last if we get an overheated employment reading tomorrow at 8:30. Wall Street was terrified that Apple iPhone sales would collapse, especially in China. And while they weren't great, down 10%, it could have been a heck of a lot worse. Hey, it doesn't hurt that CEO Tim Cook predicted a return to revenue growth in the current quarter, along with an additional $110 billion buyback authorization. I think there's a lot to like here. You know, I say own it, don't trade it. But that only matters on days where the big picture data let it matter. If it is up as big tomorrow as it is in the after hours now, it will only be because the non-farm payroll number was a cool one. Oh, I hate this dynamic because it makes us feel like companies have no control of their own destiny, and we don't have any control of our own portfolio. Everything seems hostage to which macro numbers the Fed really cares about, and we keep hearing that they care about this one, that one. Tomorrow we get the all-important labor report, and if you're bullish on stocks, you actually need to show that lower wage inflation and less job creation are here, because that's what will ultimately allow the Fed to cut rates, and that is what this market is about. Nobody liked this kind of market. No, I've never seen anything like this. Let me give you a real-life example of what I'm talking about. And why a lot of people are parking their money in 2-year treasuries with yield almost 5%, because it makes sense. I want you to compare that to Amazon. I follow Amazon like a hawk. I like to say that I know Amazon better than most people on Wall Street, possibly including the analysts who solely focus on this one company. Amazon has dozens of data points that go into the quarterly report, but there are a couple that really matter. One is the growth rate of Amazon Web Services. It had been decelerating for some time, and that was beginning to impact the earnings. They told us things could get better. I know I fought them on this because I was really worried, but management presented evidence that my view was wrong.
Well, their job
turned
there
out
is
to
to
be
separate
right.
them
Amazon Web
out.
Services once again growing like crazy.
One
That's
of
so
them's going to
important.
be a big
Lucrative,
wow
very
with a
lucrative.
different
The second
silo
issue is
wave
the seemingly
function
endless losses
than
in
the rest of
Amazon's
them,
international
and
business.
when you do
Next
the
thing you know, it's actually profitable.
constructive,
Third, we
deconstructive
need to see the
function,
price of packages keep
they
coming
get
down while we
into
got our
FX
preponderance of same-day
of
fulfillment. You know what? We got what we wanted. 3 key
the
metrics, 3
domain
home runs.
of which version of Sigma.
But Amazon had the misfortune of reporting the day before the Fed's press conference. So those blowout numbers ended up meaning very little to the share price yesterday. Amazon's stellar performance was a nothing burger until Wall Street got over its stories about Jay Powell's next move.
I mean, there'd be a lot of reason not to say this.
Today, once we're past the big bad event of the Fed, so Amazon could rally more than 3%. And you know what? How long that's going to last? Until the employment number tomorrow. Now, the Fed meeting's always been an important event, but the constant obsession about it is
when he does see him.
Some of it's the fault of the Fed. In a misguided bid for transparency, they created a monster. Jay Powell doesn't need to hold a Q&A session after every meeting. He's chosen to be like the flying Melendez, doing a high-wire act without a net. That's an extremely risky maneuver that he has chosen. Jay didn't need to say that we're perhaps done raising interest rates last year. Think of it. Employment's incredibly strong. As long as we have strong employment, the Fed had no business taking more hikes off the table. Powell was so fixated on all sorts of data points, but all he should have been thinking about was employment. Because the incredibly robust job market is the whole reason why we have inflation in the first place. People without jobs are a lot less likely to spend or buy cars or homes. Less spending is what allows prices to come down. I wish there were a better way to do it. The only way the Fed beats inflation is by causing unemployment.